Hi there. So, do you always find estate agents think that you know what they're talking about? We've got loads of phrases, acronyms, and goodness knows what else that we've been brought up with in the industry, and forget sometimes that not everybody necessarily knows what we're talking about. So, here's a few examples. So, we assume exchange and completion is commonly used amongst everybody. But it came to light the other day that someone didn't actually know what I meant. And exchanging contracts, that's when you're legally bound to sell or buy the property that you've entered into a contract with. And then completion is normally a date that's been agreed prior to exchange that effectively you stop or start owning the property. EPC, that's another one. We all think everyone knows what we're talking about. Not always. Energy Performance Certificate. So it came into law about 20 odd years ago that an energy performance certificate is required for properties that come to the market for sale. They're a little bit like the colour bar charts you get on fridge freezers, washing machines, etc, etc. So we can organise those for you. Mortgages, you'll hear people talk about LTV. Yeah, we all know what we're talking about. Sounds like some sort of flooring. But it's loan to value. So quite simply, if you've got 10% deposit, you're getting a 90% loan to value mortgage. Loads of others. So mortgages, various different things these will be called: AIP, DIP, mortgage certificate, mortgage promise, agreement in principle, decision in principle, all those kinds of things. So they're great to get. The key word to remember though is probably in principle. A mortgage lender will run through some sort of checks to see what you earn, that kind of thing, and give you an agreement in principle, decision in principle, the likes. But a mortgage formal offer is obviously what you really need with an address specific to a property. So to say you've got a mortgage would probably be slightly incorrect if you've just got an agreement in principle. It's a great first start, and we register lots of people who don't necessarily go that route. They might look online, that kind of thing. But we've got a mortgage advisor in our office, Tom, muster guy, can talk you through all of those sorts of costs. We're limited on what we can say, but definitely worth speaking to Tom when you get the opportunity. And he can talk through all the various things, talk about fixed rates, ERC, that's another one, early repayment charge. I've got a 5-year fixed rate myself. Early repayment charge is a lot of money, so bear that in mind when taking out a mortgage. This relates to tenure, and tenure refers to the title of the property. There's a few different versions of this, but the two that crop up the most would be freehold and leasehold. Freehold, easiest way to think about that is you own the property and the land that it's on. Leasehold, you own the property but not the land that it's on. Hence why invariably you'll have a ground rent, because you are literally renting the ground that this property is on. Lots of things to consider when it comes to a leasehold property: length of lease, service charge, ground rent, whether the ground rent rises. There's so much to even consider, but a solicitor will obviously help you with that kind of stuff. Freehold property tends to be a little bit more straightforward because you are buying effectively the plot of land it's on plus the house itself. So you've also got common hold. There is obviously a lot of talk about leasehold reform and how that's going to change things for freeholders and leaseholders, but watch this space for more information. If you need to know anything else, just give us a ring. Thanks a lot. Bye now.